Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Twin Flame Tuesday. So, we are in a very exciting time. I mean, not that any other time is just as exciting, but we are a week away exactly to the day now. Next Tuesday will be the full moon. It's a full super moon. I forget what sign it's in now. I'd have to look it up. I believe it's Scorpio, actually, having said that. And that is heralding in the official start to the next energetic phase. So we have exactly a week now for this current energetic phase to wrap up. So we're already starting to feel the effects of the next energetic phase. So I think this is going to be a pretty revealing reading, more so than usual, looking at the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within ourselves and within the twin flame collective. As I say, or at least I try to say in all of these readings, if I remember at the beginning, that you can view this reading in two different ways. You can either view this as the divine masculine, divine feminine energies within yourself, or within the the energies that's going on within your connection with your twin flame. It's one and the same thing. As within, so without; as above, so below, and all that stuff. So the dynamic that's going on within your twin connection it's a reflection of what's going on within yourself. So let's just dive straight in, shall we, and see what's going on in the heart space for the divine masculine. We'll start with the divine masculine energy because the masculine collective is leading the feminine collective as of the Great Conjunction of last year. So let's see what we've got going on there. Oh, threw it on the floor. Off to a great start. Okay. Yeah, okay, we've got dream time, creation. So I felt that this reading, we'll see how it goes, but I felt that this reading is going to be pretty interesting because, excuse me, we're wrapping up this energetic phase, but that also means that there's a lot of energies and loose ends and things that we're wrapping up within ourselves, so that we're prepared, for the next phase, which is a lot more action orientated and rooted within the physical reality. It's bringing things from within us to the outer world. So doesn't this make sense? That within the masculine's heart space, he's getting really creative. He's dreaming about the things that he wants for himself and the things that he wants to bring into reality. So let's see what else we've got going on in there. Oh. This deck's going to work with me. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I thought it gave me one card then, and it gave me three. I only want one, please. Okay, this is not the right deck to be using just yet then. Let's try a different one. Yep. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness and rest. Okay, so the heart space is recognizing that self-care is definitely top of the list right now. So the masculines, well, I mean, we'll have a look at mental space and physical space in a moment, see what he's thinking and what he's doing, but what he's feeling is that he needs to just slow down, rest and take care of his physical body, and take care of his mind too. I feel like there's a lot of food for the soul kind of thing going on, where he's indulging in things that bring him joy and a sense of peace. So, you know, this could be anything. This could be a couple of days to a week of sitting around just playing computer games, or going off into nature, or watching his favourite Netflix series. You know, this is just resting. But there's a lot of optimism here too, a lot of healing, and lots of positivity, because of, you know, this dreamtime creation. You know, his heart space is in a really good place. He's feeling very optimistic about the future. He's just resting. It's kind of like he's waiting, right? I mean, it's not in the traditional sense of the word, but, you know, heart space knows what's up when it comes to energy. Mental space, maybe not so much. Depends how in tune you are with yourself and the cosmos, I guess, as it were, and how much you meditate, and how much you take care of yourself. You know, how often you take care of yourself in all respects. Yeah, so I'm feeling that the masculine's kind of, he's just chilling because he knows that now isn't the time to be making moves within the physical reality. He knows it's time to just chill and rest, and he's optimistic knowing that, you know, that time will come, it's just not now. So when I say waiting, you know, that sounds like you're sort of pacing around and only thinking about what is to come. And so that's what I mean by he's not waiting in the traditional sense. He's aware that the time to be more action orientated is coming. It's inevitable. There's no use in really thinking that much about it or planning for things. So he's just making the most of the time that he has right now, which is, you know, non-action within the physical. So he's taking care of himself, and he's dreaming up a great life for himself. So let's hop into Moonology. Let's see if this is going to work for us now. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got new moon in Leo. Beautiful. Confidence is the key to success. Yeah, so there's more optimism here. Lots of optimism, bright sunshiny energy, feeling kind of social. So I'm feeling like the masculine's got a great balance going on between being social and being solitary. You know, he's spending time with himself, he's spending time with the people he cares about, but he's got a balance there, so he's not drained from, you know, spending so much time with people, and he's not allowing himself to become maybe a bit morose and lost in his thoughts. He's got a beautiful balance there, absolutely. And he, you know, he has this confidence in himself right now and in the future. He's just, heart space is so great right here, which is really lovely to see. There's no there's no niggles, right? There's no negativity. It's just pure surrender, and that makes for a happy soul right there. So let's see what the Divine Feminine has going on in her heart space. What's she up to? Excellent. Yeah, she's really stepping into her power. We've got lightning power. She's feeling very powerful. I mean, to me, that says surrender as well. Very similar, really. It's just, it's for this, it's, how to describe that? I feel like the energy is very, very similar, only it's manifesting differently, slightly, within the masculine to how it is in the feminine, and that's because the masculine and the feminine, they have two different jobs. You know, the masculine's job is to be in the physical and to realize dreams and ideas within the physical reality. The feminine's job is to fully embrace her power and her goddess like abilities. You know, her job is to dream and create, and then the masculine takes those dreams and creations and manifests them within the physical. So you know, the fact that he's taking care of himself right now, this is his, not just his mind and his soul, but his body too. So that speaks to the physical, and this creativity. I feel like he's drawing power from the feminine, right? Because they're always connected. Whether we're talking about this within, you know, both energies within oneself, or we're talking about this energy that's reflected outside of us within two individuals who are twin flames and have this soul connection, it's irrelevant, it's the same. So the feminine's feeling very powerful, and she's drawing from the confidence and the positivity that the masculine's feeling. You know, he's feeling like the lion right now, and so she's feeling like the lioness. You know, she's drawing power from him, he's drawing power from her. So let's keep going. Let's see what else we've got there for the feminine. Look at that. We've got wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. So again, the feminine's drawing this energy now from the masculine. I mean, like I said, the masculine collective is now leading the feminine collective. It was the other way around for many, many years, and now they've switched. They've kind of flip-flopped. The masculine's fully surrendered to the, like I said a minute ago, waiting, just not in the traditional sense of waiting. He's making the most of the time that he has now because he knows what's coming. The feminine's kind of chomping at the bit a little bit. So she, you know, she's ready. She's raring to go. She's feeling really powerful. It's almost like volatile energy, right? It's like this very powerful, untamed, wild energy, and it's not being directed really into anything right now, you know. So the feminine wants to, she's ready to start moving forward in the physical space, but it's just not time yet. It will be next week, right? From next week onwards it will be time, all the way through till October of this year. This energetic phase is going to last quite a while. So right now, you know, we've got like a week to wait before that energy really truly begins. So the masculine's kind of sending this message, right, through his energy to the feminine. It's not time yet. Just chill. So she is in a waiting state in the traditional sense, right? Because he's accepted that, and he just knows. He's just in a state of knowing, whereas that hasn't fully computed in her heart space just yet, because again, the masculines are leading the feminine, so the masculine's one step ahead. So the feminine is waiting. She's literally watching the days go by, waiting for Tuesday when, you know, stuff can start to happen. So not that there's anything wrong with that, but at least we understand now what's going on and why. So let's see what else we've got. Yeah, we've got supermoon here. Emotions are running high. Now next Tuesday will be a supermoon, so that's when this will be released. So for the next week, feminines, Just do your best to keep yourself in check, okay? Don't make any moves within the physical reality. It's not time. Let the masculine energy lead you. Again, whether that's inside you or outside of you, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It can be emotional, right? Waiting for something that you really want. You're raring to go. You want it to be time, but it's just not time. So look how these cards are all the same colour as well. They're all very like navy blue. That happened in the previous reading, actually. If you haven't seen the Mystical Monday reading that we had yesterday, or if you're a member of the Cosmic Clan, you would have had access to it on Sunday. Which, by the way, if you want to have access to all of my YouTube content 24 hours before it's released to the public, join the Cosmic Clan. Just putting that out there. Links in the description below to Patreon. You need to sign up to Patreon to join the Cosmic Clan. But yeah, do go and have a look at the Mystical Monday reading that came out yesterday, or the day before, depending on where you're at. Because I'm pretty sure all three of these cards came up as well, because we looked at past, present and future, and it was very revealing. It was very, very interesting. I mean, that wasn't looking at divine masculine energy and feminine energy. We reserved that for these twin flame readings, but we looked at the collective, just generally speaking as a whole, what's going on with the energy right now, considering that we've only got a week to go until we get into the next phase. And it was pretty interesting. There was a lot of revelations. So if you haven't seen that, it's worth going and having a look, because it might shed some light and give you a more of a bigger picture on what's going on, So yeah, feminines, just take a leaf out of the masculine's book here, okay? You gotta wait, so you may as well use your time constructively. Instead of getting all emotional and het up about it, you may as well make the most of it, like the masculine is, and just indulge in yourself for a week, right? Until next Tuesday, until the next full moon. Just indulge in things that bring you joy. Just relax, right? I mean, there will be a time, and it will be from next week, not necessarily next week, but from next week. That's when we'll move into this more action orientated energy, and there won't be time. I mean, it will all be all go, right? There won't be time for you to just sit and watch Netflix and binge watch an entire season of something. There won't be time to lay around in bed on a lazy Sunday afternoon or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that you won't find the time to look after yourself, because that's not true. But the time that we have right now for this week, we won't have an entire week to just, do whatever it is that we desire in the moment, because we'll have things to do in the physical, manifestations to bring about, dreams to bring into reality. And now isn't the time. So do as the masculine is doing, and take this as an opportunity to really look after yourself. So let's see what's going on in mental space then. What's going on in mental space for the masculine? Oh. Okay, so we've got an earth sign here. We've got loyalty. I feel that the masculine's kind of made this decision, or he's certainly thinking about it, about how he really wants to stick to his guns with what it is that he wants for himself. He's preparing himself mentally for this next phase. He's already decided, right, I'm not going to lay down and just take it, like I have done. I'm not going to listen to other people's opinions so much. I'll take them on board, but it's not going to affect what it is that I'm doing. I'm going to make up my mind on what I want for myself, and I'm going to stick to it, no matter what. Because in the past, the masculine has been led by the feminine, and the feminine energy for a while when she was leading, because we were running up to the like the flip-flop, you know, of the switch of the masculine and leading the feminine. The feminine energy was a little erratic with what it was that she wanted for herself, or just what she desired in general. And because the feminine comes up with the idea, basically comes up with the idea, and then the masculine is the one that brings it into reality, the masculine was being kind of swept up in what it was that the feminine wanted and not what he wanted. So he's made this decision now that whether he knows what he wants now or not doesn't matter. When he has decided what it is that he wants for himself, he's going to stick to it. That doesn't mean that there's no room for him serving his feminine, but he's not going to compromise his own dreams in favour of hers, which is what was happening last year, mostly last year. 2020 was a very interesting year, not just for the physical reality, but energetically. I don't want to, get stuck on this for too long, but in honor of explanation of, why we're at this point now, 2020 was very interesting energetically, because we were leading up to the 21st of December, which is when the switcheroo happened between the masculine and feminine collectives, when they switched over. And the energy, because it was building up to that switch, it became quite unsettled. And the feminine energy, at least, knew that she was going to be stepping back to let the masculine lead, and the masculine was preparing himself to lead rather than follow. So the energy was very, very erratic. There was a lot going on in order for that switch to happen. So lots of things were compromised on both sides. Lots of twin flame partnerships in the physical reality split in 2020. Many twins are not in union right now, because the switch needed to happen. Like I say, the energy was very erratic, so obviously that would have reflected in the physical reality, and probably reflected out as arguments about the future, and the masculine saying, feminine, you don't care about me, you don't want me, to have the things that I want, you just want what you want, and then you expect me to sort of, follow you around like a little lovesick puppy, and the feminine was getting frustrated because the masculine was starting to step up and lead when she was used to being in charge. So within the physical reality, certainly those who were in a partnership with their twin who were unaware of these energies, that's how it would have manifested itself, in a very volatile kind of way, and many relationships ended as a result of that. But now we all need time to settle into this, into how it's switched up, and settle into this new energy. I mean, if you're looking at being reunited with your twin and you're currently in separation, there's absolutely every chance that that can happen. I'm not going to lie to you, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, but that's only because the energy needs to be reunited within oneself before it can be reflected outside of you. And we're at such an important time right now. This is like the pinnacle of change right here, especially this week. So union, can it happen? Absolutely, definitely, as long as you do the work and your twin does the work, so in light of all of that, the masculine has decided, I'm not going to compromise on what it is that I want for myself. And this is an earth card too, so you know he's very rooted in that, right? This loyalty also extends to his feminine, though. Like I said a minute ago, you know, that doesn't mean he doesn't have room for his feminine's desires, because it is his job to bring about the feminine's desires. Now, I'm going to rephrase that, because I don't want some of you to take that kind of literally and think, especially the feminines, right? I don't want feminines out there to be listening to that and be like, all right, so I just need to dream stuff up and then my man will do it for me, right? And that doesn't mean that you get to be lazy in the physical reality. It just means that the masculine is better equipped than the feminine is. That's all. And in you know, the other way around, the feminine is better equipped to create than the masculine. That's why we need each other, right? That's why union, when it's conscious, is it's magic, you know, because it's balance. It's the epitome of balance. But yes, so let's let's continue. I could literally talk about this all day, which I think, you know, we will at some point talk about this in way more depth, you know, the dynamic between the masculine energy and feminine energy. We'll probably do it on stream on Twitch, so if you haven't joined us on Twitch yet, the link is in the description below. We do stream every Monday without fail, but we do stream other days of the week as well. Okay, so we have birthing a new age. It's going to focus. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Perfect, right? So there's more of that earth energy, right? Because we're talking about manifestation, dreaming a new world into beginning. Oh, no, into being. I can't read. Dreaming a new world into being. This is manifestation. This is the first stage of manifestation. So the masculine, again, there's more of this dreamtime creation energy there, excuse me. You know, so his mental space and heart space are linked. He's consciously aware of what's going on within his heart space. He might not this is the thing, right? If the masculine is not meditating regularly, he might be totally unaware as to what's going on in his heart space. He might not know that he's in alignment with his heart space. But when we see that they're both doing the same thing, right? Heart and head are doing the same thing. They're obviously in alignment, but they might be unaware of one another. So I'd say it's like 50-50, you know. There's like half of the masculine collective that is fully embracing his spiritual path and he's meditating and he knows what's in his heart consciously. And he's thinking about this stuff because he knows that this is what's going on within his heart space. But then there's the other half of the masculine collective that's just like, he's in alignment with his heart, but he doesn't know it. He's just completely unaware of his spirituality. Maybe he hasn't dipped a toe yet in it. He's just going with the flow, you know. But either way, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, it's useful to meditate regularly, to be consciously aware of what's going on within each of your chakras, to be consciously aware of energy, because it helps you to make better decisions and you're less so at the mercy of the physical reality. So it's very, very useful. But you know, when we're looking at this in this particular case, the masculine's in alignment regardless as to whether he's aware of it or not. So either way, it's good, right? But yeah, you know, he's he's just kind of daydreaming, you know, he's resting, he's daydreaming about what he wants for himself in the physical reality. He's in no rush. There's no real planning and plotting and scheming going on. He's not thinking to himself, okay, well, how am I going to bring this into reality? He's at the first stage, you know, he's just thinking about what it is that he wants, which is beautiful. Because that's where we need to begin the process. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, so we've got the Fire Prince, optimism, aggression. There's a lot of the power from this unbridled, very feral type power that the feminine's carrying in her heart space. The masculine's aware of it. It's rubbing off on him a little bit. So it's not that, you know, she's feeling impatient. That's how it's kind of manifesting for the feminine. For the masculine, it's just this like fiery. I mean, it also coincides with the Leo energy here, because Leo's home sign is the sun. Obviously it's a fire sign as well, so the feminine and masculine are bouncing off of each other, but like I said earlier, the energy is being interpreted differently by each one. The masculine's really, there's so much optimism, there's so much positivity. He's just feeling so good about himself and about his life, about his feminine even. Not that this is really what this is about, but he's, you know, there's so much positivity going on for the masculine, and that's just rubbing off on the feminine, so that's good, you know, it's very, very good. So let's see what's going on then, mental space for the feminine. Okay, yeah. We've got divine masculine. She's thinking about union. She just really wants to get on with it. She's so impatient. She's just thinking about the masculine. We've actually got two cards here. We've got focus. It's a fire card. I don't normally read reversals, but this is Spirit's fun way of saying that she's focusing on the wrong thing. This is a fire card too. She's really feeling impatient that that she's not in union with her masculine. She knows she's done the work, right? I can see her like checking these things off of her fingers, like one at a time. She's like, well, I've done the work, I've spent time on myself, I'm a better version of myself now, and I've made all of these changes, and I've done this, and I've done that, and I've done the other. Where the fuck is he? There's like this, you know, and then in contrast, you've just got the masculine is just like really chill, and he's feeling really positive, and he's not really thinking about his feminine, and that's not in a negative way. It's not that he doesn't care, he doesn't give a shit. He's just focusing on himself. He's focusing on what's right under his nose right now. And the feminine's not. She's not looking at what's currently in front of her. She's looking way beyond. She's trying to skip steps. And you know what that means, feminines? It means you're not ready. Because the masculine is completely in alignment with what the energy is doing. The feminine is not. And if one of you is not in alignment with the current energies, union cannot happen. It's that simple. So feminines, you got to chill the fuck out. Seriously, you really do. You just. I'm not saying forget about your masculine, right? But it means that you've just got to just rein it in, right? Spend more time on you, and surrender to the energy Union will happen, but it's not going to happen now. You've just got to accept that. And stop waiting for him, right? Because if you're waiting and you're thinking about your masculine 100% of the time, you're not focusing on you, you're not surrendering to the energy, and any decision that you make is going to be with your masculine in mind. But look what the masculine's doing. He's staying loyal to himself. Where's your loyalty, ladies? Where's yours? You know, I mean, I can understand why this kind of insecure kind of energy, you know, where it's coming from. It's because the feminines were in charge, and now the masculines are in charge, and the feminines aren't used to that. But the feminine collective it's been given an opportunity to get used to it. But girls, you got to surrender to it. You know, with the masculine collective being in charge and the feminines being led by the masculines, it does not mean, ladies, that you hand off your power to him. You know, I'm not going to launch into this whole like feminist kind of girl power bullshit, right? Because I feel that really is bullshit. But it doesn't, what I'm seeing is like lovesick puppy kind of stuff going on here, where the feminines are not focusing on themselves. They're just, you know, they're letting the masculine lead them in the wrong way, right? You got to be powerful and in control of yourself. When I say the masculine collective is leading the feminine collective, this means that he's one step ahead, that he's guiding. Right, feminines were leading the masculines, and the feminines were guiding the masculines into becoming more awake to this energy, to be consciously aware of himself. And now he is. And look how calm and positive and chill he is about it. He's not like, right, I'm awake now, cool, I'm going to do all this stuff. The feminines are almost reverting back to where the masculines were. You know, the masculines were in this sort of energy a couple of years ago. So let's just draw one more and see what else is going on in the I say one more, two more, sorry, for the mental space. Right, okay, we've got get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Right, feminines, interestingly, oh, okay. I can't tell actually if that's a dude or a chick. I can't. I think she might be wearing a bra. it's quite an androgynous kind of. It looked like a dude with dreadlocks, right? Right. This is the remedy. Okay, I'm going to place it over the top here because the remedy is to get grounded. Is to, you know, this is an earth card right here, right? Is to get grounded and follow this example of energy that's coming from the masculine. Feminines, right, I'm just going to be very blunt about this. I mean, you don't expect anything less from me, right? But you are actively fucking up union by focusing so hard on your masculine and thinking about union all the time. There are way more important things. You are not here for union. You didn't come here to Earth to play the role of being a human for an entire lifetime to be in union, okay? So what I'm going to say now is going to sound pretty harsh, but get your head out of that Disney bullshit mindset that Prince Charming is going to come and sweep you off your feet and then everything's going to be great. Because it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen whilst you're in this mindset. It will happen when you're not in that mindset. There's the irony of it, right? As soon as you stop thinking about it and pining after it, it will come. but you're offering so much resistance right now for union. So it's just not going to happen. But it will when you stop. So this is, like I say, the remedy, right? You ladies, you are very sensitive, you're very empathic, you're very aware, you're very tuned in, and you're using these beautiful gifts in the wrong way. You're using it to bring about union. I mean, that's very manipulative, isn't it? I'm not trying to call anyone out here, or I'm certainly not telling anyone off. You know, how you conduct yourself within your physical life is totally up to you. But looking at the energy here, you know, and if I were to offer some kind of advice, you know, because I want union for everybody. I want everyone to be happy, ridiculously in love, and secure in themselves and in each other, and loyal to one another, loyal to yourself, you know. I want everyone to experience that bliss, that balance. So the way to do it is to focus on yourself, ironically. It's to focus on yourself, okay? So this is perfect right here, right? The masculine, well done. Masculines, boys, you are doing so well. You're using the energy to the highest degree. You're in complete surrender to it. You're in this beautiful, relaxed, positive space. Feminines, that's where you need to be. So relax. When you find yourself sitting around thinking about Prince Charming, think to yourself, stop yourself, right? And think, right, there's a time and a place for that, and it's not now. So what can I be doing right now that will put me in a better position, that will make me feel better about myself, that will bring me joy, that is something constructive within the physical reality, or could potentially become something within the physical reality. You know, what's constructive and productive I could be doing right now? Because sitting around pining for Mr. Right is not constructive at all. If anything, it's destructive, because what it's doing is it's offering resistance. So let's see, last card for mental space for the feminine. Right, meditate, okay? Ladies, meditate. The Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. Look at this divine feminine, right? She's watching over this well, which is the source of knowledge, right, in this particular sense. So get grounded, connect with nature. Girls, go off out into nature by yourself and meditate. Take better care of yourself. Relax. You've got an entire week. Just do whatever brings you joy and makes you feel good about yourself. You know, take this as an opportunity to get back in touch with that powerful goddess-like energy, because it's what you are. You're a queen. You know, the boys, they're in their king energy right here. This compassionate ruler, right? Relaxed. He knows what he's doing. He's confident. He's the lion of the pride. Step into your queen lioness energy, because this is needy, right? And we can all see that. So embrace your lioness energy. I mean, fuck, right? Girls, pick up your phones, go and find a picture of a powerful lioness and make that your background for your phone, okay? And make this your talisman animal, and because then every time you pick up your phone and you start looking through your your masculine social media, right? Because you're pining after your twin because you're in separation. You'll see that lioness and you think to yourself, would a lioness be doing this right now? No, she fucking wouldn't. She'd be taking care of herself. So use that as a, like I say, a talisman energy. So let's have a look at what the masculine's doing within physical space then. Wonderful. Mountain strength. Yeah, see, he's holding steady. He's not doing anything within the physical space. He is immovable like a mountain right now, which is good. It's very, very positive because, again, he's in this kind of waiting state but not waiting, right? He knows that there's nothing that needs to be changed right now within the physical. So he's sticking to that. Oh, hello. Okay, and then within physical space again. Yeah, see, it's all like it's gonna happen, right? So we've got new moon in Taurus. Taurus, earth sign, again, very rooted. Taurus is all about establishing, really establishing and maintaining a solid, steadfast career or home life or family life, or, you know, something within the physical reality. Prosperity, it lies ahead, right? It's new moon, it's not happening yet, but it will. And then we've got, you're very close to achieving your goal. You haven't achieved it yet, but you're going to, right? Gibbous moon, right? This is a waxing moon. This is approaching a full moon. This is approaching fruition and the end of a cycle, the completion of something. So the masculine's just so solid, right? He's so solid in this knowledge that it's coming. It's not happening yet, but it's going to. He knows it's going to. It's not a belief, it's a knowing. Beautiful. Let's see what the feminine's doing within her physical space. Now, what a contrast. Look, we've got Leo, right? So within her physical space, she's tapping into the masculine's heart, which is lovely. We have a sun card, and the sun is actually shining on it. I'm trying to put these so that we can see them. I can hardly reach. There we go. Yeah. So summer solstice, beautiful Leo energy there. Very optimistic and fiery. You know, again, this lightning power that's within the feminine's heart space and the masculine's Leo energy within his heart space. It's translating into the feminine's physical space. She's ready to go, you know, she's okay, as we've just discovered, she's ready for union, right? She's ready for the summer. She's ready to strut her stuff, right? She's ready for the literal sunshine of the summer days, you know, to come about. She's ready for union to come about. And she's preparing. I feel like she's already like bikini shopping, right? She's already planning like what she's gonna get up to in the summer days. Nothing wrong with that. There's no criticism from me. Nothing wrong with that at all, because it's very optimistic and positive energy, and you know there's never anything wrong with that. As long as it's focused into the correct things, and we've just uncovered, right, the correct things are to focus it on herself, not into union. The ironic thing is, the more you let go of union, the easier and quicker it will come. Speaking from experience too, you know, the more you think about it, the longer you have to wait for it. because it brings resistance, as I said. So let's see what else we've got in the physical space for the feminine. I'm sorry about that beam of light, by the way. I did pull the curtain up, but the sun's moved since we've begun the reading. It's like a beautiful sunny summer's day outside today, which makes a real change because we've had crazy weather here in the UK lately. We've had like literal blizzards, and it's been crazy. It's like rain, then sun, then snow, then wind, then rain. It's been mad. April never knows what it's doing, right, with the weather. Okay, so we have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. This is very gentle, yeah. So the feminine's sorry, you can't read that at all. There we go. Yeah, so that within the feminine's physical space, there's nothing going on in the physical space, which again is in alignment with this current energetic phase. We're not in an action orientated phase, we're in an inward reflective phase and have been since December of last year. Now moving into the next phase, more action orientated within the physical reality, from next Tuesday, if we're going to mark it by a specific day. So the feminine's not, so we can see here that feminine's also in alignment with that energy. She's not doing anything within her physical reality, but she's really thinking ahead. She's thinking to the summer, right? There's a lot of dreams and wishes and things that she wants to come about in the summer of this year, which, you know, definitely can happen, but again, she needs to be in the right mindset. I'm actually going to draw another card from another deck here for the feminine, because I think it would be useful for her to see. I don't know, I feel that the feminine's a little, I feel like throwing cards on the floor, I feel like the feminine's just kind of feeling a lot, like she's really distracted and a bit confused and not sure what to do with any of the energy that she's experiencing. So this is not it. Okay. I just wasn't sure there if the cards that fell on the floor were the ones that we needed. Oh, that's the one though. Leapt out of the deck. Okay, the Eagle King. So we've got the big picture and angelic help, also card number 12, which derives to spirit number 3, which is the divine number for manifestation. So the eagle represents communication, the king obviously the divine masculine. Right, so within physical space, the feminine is being advised by spirit to look at the bigger picture and to meditate, you know, to take that angelic help that's being offered and to do as the masculine is doing. Right, copy him. If you're stuck at any point, you know, refer back to these twin flame readings that we have every week, and whatever the masculine's doing, do that, copy it until it becomes something natural, until you fall into alignment with it, until you surrender to the energy. Because I feel that the feminines are in danger almost of kind of losing their way. I don't know how to articulate this, but I'm going to try. The masculine's leading, so he's just doing his own thing, right? He's doing his own thing. Many twins are in separation right now, so he's doing his own thing. He's not thinking about the feminine. And look how relaxed and beautiful this energy is. He's not focusing on his feminine. That doesn't mean he doesn't want it, because I'm sure he does, but he's not focusing on it. He's focusing on what's currently going on. He's focusing on what's currently going on for him. And the feminine is mega attracted to that energy, isn't she? And yet, when you look at what the feminine's doing right now, this is why the masculine's not looking at the feminine, right? This is why he's not focusing on her, because this is not attractive energy. And I don't mean attractive as in like physical attractiveness or like human attractiveness. I just mean attractive in that like attracts like, yes? If you were the feminines, if you were the masculine, would you look at this energy and be like, I really want to be a part of that. I really want to share that journey. Hell no, right? Let's be honest, hell no. I'm not talking about you as like a catch, because you definitely are. But this energy that you're carrying is not something that you'd want to get involved in if you were outside of yourself. So this is why I'm saying, you know, the feminine needs to fall in line with what the masculine's doing, fall in line with what the cosmos is doing, fall in line with what the divine, with what the divine is doing. You know, just surrender. It's a lot easier than one would think. It's dead easy. So I hope that helps. I hope that guides you well. I'm going to wrap this up now, because we've almost hit an hour. But yes, you know, I hope that this reading serves you all very well over the days to come. Do go and check out the Mystical Monday reading from yesterday as well, because that will shed a lot of light too. I'm going to say especially the feminines, because the feminines collectives are a little bit lost right now. Whereas the masculines, you know, you're doing okay. You know, you're doing very, very well, in fact. Not to say that the feminines aren't. Feminines, you're doing very well too. You're just a little erratic. That's all. And it's very easily remedied. Very, very easily remedied. So, you know, the Mystical Monday reading just gone might prove to be quite helpful. So do go and check that out if you haven't already. Come join us on Twitch for Mystical Monday, and you know, next week we'll be doing a special stream as well for the full super moon in Scorpio that we're going to have next Tuesday, and lots of readings and things coming your way as well over the weekend and next week, because we've got lots of astrological craziness going on. Yeah, make sure you slap the bell right in the face and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. And remember that you are worthy, and you are important, and you're valuable. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in the next one.